Hello, welcome to another Real Raw Moment. This one is about being fragile and strong in separation. I know that seems really specific, but it's going to make sense in a moment. But there's a little story behind it. So, this teacup represents my fragility and my strength and a whole lot of other stuff in early separation in my divorce. So, my children went to a school where they had this Christmas market where as a parent, you put in $5 or $10 and they got to shop multiple things. And this school was great. They donated beautiful things in order for these children to have the opportunity to shop, because most children don't get that opportunity, or it's stressful, or they have family situations, whatever. So every year I signed off on my kids going and doing this, and I loved it because they went and chose things that they thought not only would be good for me, but my son chose something for my daughter that was just something that she cherished for another 10 years. It was a beautiful opportunity to allow our children to have a say in Christmas and not just be beholden to the parents. Anyhow, so I pick up my kids after this day, and this is presented to me about 3 feet away from me. And then it drops and it shattered. It didn't shatter. I'm going to get to this in a minute, but it broke. And it was such an interesting moment for me because I was in such a place with my newly expanding role as a single mom and going through the divorce process and things that were going on. I wasn't exactly always stable, just to be honest. I had my moments. I was all over the place as I tried to raise these 2 children and do everything else. In this moment, though, I saw this opportunity to change the narrative. And so this was in a plastic, it was a paper bag. And it hit the ground. Now, it hit the ground from, 2 feet up, but it broke. And my child was beside themselves. And I saw the opportunity to not react the way I had been in the past, which was I was so stressed. And really, did you break this? Oh my God, like what am I going to do? And frankly, if you're judging me on this, I'm going to say, you need to look within yourself because this is real life. So we picked up the pieces. I consoled my son and told him that we'd fix it. And we did. We got some glue, some proper constructive glue. That part I don't remember really, but put the pieces together. I held them together and they stuck. And now this mug, this tea mug, makes an appearance every Christmas. And it's now 2024. That was 2013. It survived 11 Christmases, moving across the country, both back to Ontario and here. And since 2013, 8 different houses. And yet, it's still here. It's still together. I like to use this as an analogy to our alienated children, that whatever is broken can be fixed. And it depends on our response to the brokenness that decides how it's going to be fixed. Broken teacup? Be angry at the person who dropped it? Accident or not? Berate them for doing that? For ruining this teacup? This moment? This thing? This Christmas? Or Do you take a breath and say, that's okay. You dropped it. You're human. We'll do our best to fix it. And I'm going to include you in that process. And we're going to glue it together, and we'll do it together. And if it falls apart after, well, we tried. We'll try again. But there's no judgment for the fact that broke in the first place. I encourage you to take a look at your own situation and decide about whether you are okay with the brokenness and you're not blaming anyone else. Stuff gets broken. That's okay. Things can be fixed. I mean, you can't see it, but the glue here is some good glue. And there's a lot of good glue in humanity and society to help us in our situations. But the most important part is having space for making brokenness. Because if we don't break, we don't heal, we don't mend. We don't know what it's like to go through tribulations. So, I present this to you. What is your teacup like? Do you have a broken teacup? A whole teacup? A shattered teacup? Something you're trying to get together? I really do share this from a deep place in my heart. This is something that I hold very, very dear, and I'm sharing with you guys. Let me know your thoughts in the comments.